What happens when a 90-year-old country music legend sits down for a simple daytime interview, only to face the most disrespectful treatment of his entire career? And what happens when Willie Nelson finally reaches his breaking point, triggering Joy Behar to walk off her own show? This is one on-air showdown that left the entire studio stunned. It was a regular Tuesday morning on The View. Cameras were warming, the audience was settling, and Willie Nelson, calm, soft-spoken, ready to talk about his 73rd studio album, took his seat. But something felt off from the moment he arrived. There was tension in the air, and Joy Behar looked annoyed before a single question was even asked. As Joy shuffled through her note cards, she muttered just loud enough for Willie to hear, "Why are we giving so much time to someone whose music peaked in the 70s? Whoopi flashed her a warning glare, but Joy didn't back down. Then the show went live. Whoopi greeted Willie warmly, but Joy immediately cut in. "Let's be real, Willie. 73 albums? Isn't that just recycled old material? How many times can you sing about trucks and heartbreak?" The room shifted with discomfort. Willie responded with gentle humor, but Joy pushed again, laughing as she added, "You're 90 years old singing about social justice. Isn't it time to retire?" Willie calmly replied that suggesting someone stop creating just because of age sounded a lot like ageism. Joy shot back that his generation had their turn and that everyone over 40 should step aside. The hosts froze. The audience murmured. Willie explained that thousands, including young fans, still showed up at his concerts. Joy rolled her eyes and called it nostalgia tourism, even mocking his collaboration with Billie Eilish, insisting it was nothing but pity. Willie stayed composed, but his patience was thinning. When Alyssa tried shifting the topic to Farm Aid, Joy seized the moment. "Farm Aid? You've been beating that dead horse for 40 years. Farmers should adapt instead of relying on handouts from has-been musicians." The audience gasped. Willie's expression changed. His voice dropped low as he warned her to be careful dismissing the people who feed the country. But Joy had already crossed the line. Willie leaned in, voice calm but cutting, telling her he'd never seen anyone try so hard to be disrespectful. Joy fired back that she was just asking tough questions. Willie smiled slightly and told her it looked a lot more like an attempt to humiliate him. The room went silent. He pointed out that she clearly knew all about his albums, collaborators, and projects, maybe more than she admitted. Joy snapped, "Don't psychoanalyze me, old man." The audience sucked in a breath. Willie didn't flinch. He pointed out that for someone claiming to speak for the underdog, she was acting more like a bully. Joy's anger rose visibly. Willie calmly recited every insult from the last 10 minutes, the digs at his age, career, collaborators, farmers, even his guitar. Joy tried to defend herself, but nothing landed. Willie quietly asked her whether she'd be proud of how she acted when she looked in the mirror that night. Joy froze. The other hosts looked down at the table. Even the crew stopped moving. Willie reminded her that there's a clear difference between criticism and cruelty, and she had crossed the line the moment he sat down. Joy erupted, shouting that she didn't need a washed-up cowboy telling her anything. The audience turned on her instantly, calling out for an apology, begging her to stop. Willie slowly stood, picking up his beloved guitar trigger. Joy screamed that his music was never good, that he just got lucky in the 70s, that he was a pathetic old man trying to stay relevant. The studio fell silent. Not a whisper, not a breath. Willie looked at her with sadness instead of anger. He told her that when someone attacks with that much venom, it says more about them than the person they're trying to hurt. He turned to the audience and said he came in good faith, but he wouldn't participate in cruelty disguised as conversation. And right there, Joy Behar stood up, threw her cue cards, and stormed off the set. What happened backstage? Did Joy apologize? Did The View issue a response? That's a story for another video. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, was Joy out of line, or was Willie simply too honest for live TV?